What are some board game news? What do we think about Fantasy Flight Vault series that they just announced? What are the last 5 board games of the Board Game Hangovers? Not Board Game Hangovers, Board Game Geeks Top 100. Do you know?
Last 5?
Last 5 of the top 100.
No, I don't.
Exactly.
It changes, especially 100.
Exactly.
It just jumps
Well,
up and
that's
down.
what we're going to talk about. Just as the best designer of the week, you have prepared that segment.
I have.
Woo! That's really good.
It's the best designer ever.
What?
Yeah, after this, I don't know if we can follow this segment. I mean, it's
Okay.
done. It's done.
All right. So all of these topics and talks in this podcast, welcome to Board Game Happy Hour, where we just sit down and talk about board games.
History!
Yes, you did it. I'm Yanis, this is Yanis, and we're going to talk about board games. So join the conversation in the comments and so on. You know the drill, right?
They should by now. You don't? Well, then you'll find out during this episode.
Exactly. So starting out with board game news. All right.
Okay.
There are a few topics that I picked out. So these are something that interests me. So I'm thinking,
How
could
many?
make good
How many
conversations.
are there?
Well, basically 4.
4.
news.
Let's see if I don't. I'm gonna say I don't know only one of those. I think you're
All
gonna
right.
say yeah, I know that.
Okay.
Let's
all
see.
right.
But I think one I'm not gonna know. Let's see.
All right. So number 1, Dune Imperium will have new expansion.
I did not know that.
So on a good start.
Again.
So it's called Conspiracy.
So it's a small box expansion.
So it's a big, not huge one, but like a mid-size. Looks like it from the visuals.
All right.
But it's based on the third movie as well. So Paul
Okay.
now is the emperor, right? He knows
Things getting weird.
things getting weird stuff. He knows the future and stuff. But some people still conspire against him.
Mm-hmm.
Some have found some ways and so on. So this expansion does 2 things that I clearly see that are pretty fresh.
Okay.
Number 1 is there will be some conspiracy cards, similarly to Intrigue cards that you play, but that affect all players for the whole game, as I get it.
Whoa,
Or something like that.
Okay.
So there are these huge cards. And the other one is a completely new game mode, which is 1 versus many. So 1 can play Paul, and then all other players can conspire against him.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, so it's very thematic, it feels like. And you can play 1 against 2, 1 against 3, I think. So it's still a 4-player game. It's just
Okay.
1 versus many. So it looks promising, and as well as the previous ones.
No pictures there. I was just speaking and didn't see any pictures.
Similarly to the previous ones, it will also work with the regular Dune Imperium as well as Dune Imperium Uprising. So both work. What are your thoughts about this one, mister? You did not know.
I did not, and I'm kind of excited, but a couple of things. First, I haven't played Dune Imperium for a year, I think.
Wow.
And I haven't played the latest expansion, which was Bloodlines, right?
Yeah.
That's the newest. I haven't played it once.
Okay.
So, should I get the... And also, I traded away my Dune Imperium Uprising. Not
You
because
did
I
what?
wanted to. I had to. Well, it's complicated.
All right.
And we'll talk
We
about
have
it.
time, I guess?
No, we'll get back to this in another segment. You said we're going to talk about.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But
All right.
so that all of those things combined, I'm like, that's cool. But I don't play Dune Imperium enough. But my oldest son, I think, is getting there, and
for
I
sure.
need to teach it to him. I think he'll get it, and that might bring the fun back. Because it's not a super short game.
Yeah.
I know you say an hour, but it's not. It's an
yeah.
hour with 3 players.
Yeah.
If they all know what they're doing. But yeah, so my wife's not into these longer games anymore that much, and so that's why I guess it also dropped off. And I'm
it's
all
always the wife's fault.
it's
for
always
this
the
one.
wife. Come on.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, moving on to the next one. Dominant species. You really like dominant species,
I
right?
do like dominant species,
Yeah.
both versions.
But you do agree that it doesn't look the best.
I don't. I mean, I agree, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
And yes, the new cover is stunning.
Exactly. So all play is reworking dominant species.
This is so weird. So the biggest surprise for me about it was, so it's not GMT anymore. Is it also GMT? Why did GMT let it? What's going on?
Yeah. So all play is kind of taking care of that. There's like a new artist and
Yeah,
stuff, and it's generally the same gameplay, just reworked visually mostly.
The cover is so good. Have you seen it?
Yeah, the cover, I have it right here. It's like a tiger.
Yeah,
with
saber-toothed tiger
Yeah.
in snow, and it's like this dark blue. It's great. It works as a poster.
So this is a Euro game, but it's a really mean one, right?
It is. Have you played the water one?
No, I haven't.
No, you haven't. Yeah,
No, I did
we
not
have
get
it
a chance.
actually. I think somewhere here
Yeah,
or back at home. So we have. So there's two versions of Dominant Species. There's this one that they're redoing, which is up to 6 players. You're playing a species, and you're trying to survive. And it's so mean. It's a ton of interaction. It's like if you're like when you say it's a Euro game, I think you're misleading a lot of classic Euro gamers. This is a mean game. A lot of your cubes will die and never evolve beyond cubes. Yeah. And then there's like a follow-up where it's all about its dominant species. Essentially it's all about water species.
Waterworld.
Yeah, and it's only 4 players, so it's way more accessible, but just as mean. But the biggest problem with those games is it can be long, and first time you play, you have no idea what you're doing, and you're like, and it can just spiral out of control, and you could actually be eliminated from the game theoretically.
All right.
But so I'm super excited about this one. Actually, more excited than a new Dune Imperium expansion at this point.
All right. That makes sense. All right, so let's move on to the third news.
Okay.
And poker is taking over the board game world.
All right.
And do you know a game called Hell of a Deal?
Yes. They had a Kickstarter recently, I think. Or
Yeah,
a Game Found or something like that, right? Yeah?
I think so, or it just coming out. Let me see.
Yeah.
But basically, poker is taking over because this is, again, a cooperative poker game where you are playing poker against the devil. So obviously he's cheating, and so are you. So you're using like superpowers to win in poker, because if you will lose, you will lose all the souls.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Yeah,
It's very bad.
and it looks really cool.
I haven't read much about it. I've seen the visuals, and it kind of gives me this Cuphead vibe, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know why it didn't excite me much. Even though I love the gang a lot still.
This is more complex than the gang. I watched a playthrough of it.
Okay.
Right. So One Stop Co-op Shop did a playthrough, and it looks really fun. It actually looks really fun because you have different like these minions of a devil that you need to defeat. They mess with you, you mess with him, and you can bet on. You can use your soul to bet. And if you lose that, then you lose some power. Like, there's a lot of things going on, and it just sounds like silly fun, yet also for gamers, I feel like.
Yeah, it sounds like a gamery thing, and it's interesting. I definitely want to give it a go.
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like the gang's weight is perfect for what it is. And I know what you've been. I think this is going to be more up your alley, this game, because you said gang is getting pretty stale because you win all the time.
Yeah, so the gang is also a cooperative poker game that we really, really, really love here, because you just play poker together and try to kind of guess each other's hands, because there's limited communication. So in the same it goes in the same hand as like the Crew and Bomb Busters. Game like that, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Limited communication.
And the biggest problem with it, I guess, is if you play with the same people or you just play it a lot, you're gonna win.
Yeah,
a lot.
you get good.
Yeah, and I recently read a post on BoardGameGeek where people said, because that's okay. It's just an activity you do together. It's just for fun. You talk about things and you just do that, and that's okay to win every time. I'm like, yeah, I think that's one of the reasons I like it, because it's so simple, and yet, so what if we win all the time? I know for you, there's not a challenge there anymore.
Yeah, but I think they also announced like an expansion. Right?
Yeah, they're having a deluxe version. So I'm more excited about that poker version of.
Yeah.
Well, you got it.
Well, if you like poker, then you're in luck, because there's going to be a lot of board games on poker based because of Balatro, was it called, right?
Balatro, yeah.
So that kind of pushed Board Game World also in that direction, and I'm loving it so far. So we'll see. Hell of a Deal sounds like a hell of a fun. All right.
I guess we'll find out eventually.
And the last thing that I think everybody right now at in the board game genre talk about, it's Fantasy Flights have the Vault series.
Yeah.
And the first game they announced was Arkham Horror 2nd Edition. not third edition, but second edition is gonna get a remaster.
Yeah.
Done. So, what do you think about it?
I was super disappointed.
All right.
I'm not kidding. I was like, they had this teaser, some
Yeah.
kind of a clue you could try
Yeah.
to, and I wasn't trying to solve it, but I read the comments, and a lot of people were like, oh, it's definitely in Cthulhu. And I'm like, come on, finally, Eldritch Horror Second Edition, here we go.
Wow.
And then it's Arkham Horror, which is a very confusing product. Like you said, when I wrote it to you, and you were like, wait, didn't they have like already a new edition of that? I'm like, yeah, they actually did, and then they're redoing the previous edition.
Yeah, because I think the like third edition did not work.
Didn't work. Yeah, they tried to kind of modernize it, and it just didn't. It was fine. I mean, it's not a bad game, but it wasn't as good.
But the thing is, what they're gonna do is they're gonna take Arkham Horror Second Edition that people have loved and basically make it look better. There are no mechanical changes really. They're at least not they're promising not to touch the rules almost. Like it's gonna be the same game, but there's gonna be updated art. There's gonna be better player boards.
Yeah, like component upgrades.
Yeah, so you will be able to get a better version of the same game.
Also, they're gonna make all the expansions available as well through that campaign. It's coming to GameFound, I think, and since a lot of those expansions are out of print and people, they cost a lot of money.
So basically, if you think you're gonna love Arkham Horror, which has been rated really highly and it has been out of print, now it's your chance to get it in a better. But that's gonna look better. If you already have that game, well, I guess you're not into this as much, right?
Yeah, I guess it comes down, do you like the new art and do you like the life improvements that they're gonna have in that game components wise? I have you played second edition?
I haven't. No, I have played just the third one, and I'm coming from Eldritch Horror, and so the problem with that Arkham Horror was that it's very linear. Like if you play the game, you always start here, and here's your end point, right? Well, in Eldritch Horror, it's an open world game because there was like, here's the world, here's your problem, deal with it. And, and I like that much better.
I always felt that Eldritch Horror is Arkham Horror Second Edition 2.0, if that makes sense. It's just a better version of it. Yeah. And so I'm super surprised that they're going there, but I guess they're playing the nostalgia card that really does work a lot with gamers and people in general. Yeah. So I don't know if that's a good decision, but I was super disappointed about it. Still waiting for Eldritch Horror 2.0. Are you? Would you be interested?
Well, I would like them to either streamline or do something with the rules as well. Mm-hmm. Like kind of give it a fresh taste. Then I would be like super excited. Because otherwise, Eldritch Horror looks pretty good.
No, it holds up. It holds up.
So
I have a question for you. Is there an FFG game that you wish they'd bring back from the archives?
That was
vault.
That was my question.
I asked it first. Is there? Maybe there isn't, but is there?
Well, I was thinking about it because recently we played Rune Wars, right? And you can see it has aged. But also, if we get a new version of that, definitely I want the rules to be better, right? Mm-hmm. But that's a super great game. But it's basically Twilight Imperium just in fantasy world, in fantasy setting. So you have your elves, your hordes, your orcs, and things.
Yeah,
and it's a really cool board game, right? But it's out of print for a long time.
It did have a revised edition, by the way, but in a smaller box. But that also didn't last long. Yeah, but it's been out of print for a long time. It is quite long. Yeah, longer than I remember. We played it for 8 hours? I think
it could be. Yeah.
Yeah, and and obviously rules are a bit clunky. It's like a 16-year-old game. Yeah. It's older than Eldritch.
So also obviously, Lord of the Rings LCG. It's difficult to get the whole package now because I love LCG, right? And Arkham Horror now has that cool restart system.
They did also that for Lord of the Rings. They have a new core set. Yeah, I don't know if they moved beyond that, but I think they are gonna do the same thing. I'm not sure.
I'm hopeful of that. I don't know much about it, but that would be cool because. I'm not running towards buying all those packs and cards, but I'm also somebody who loves to have them.
Yeah, I get that.
So for you, any Fantasy Flight games that you would like to
It's a
be
very good question.
remastered?
So I would agree with Rune Wars, but I kind of have my version. I'm like, I don't want to buy it again, and they're gonna make it look better, and then I'll have to. So no, don't do that.
Thanks.
But something that is out of print, I think, is Descent Journeys in the Dark Second Edition.
Yeah.
So they did the new Descent version with the app and everything,
Yeah, I know.
which is great with kids and very good experiment. But they had the previous version, which was I loved it, but I just bought too much of it, and then I got burned out on it. But if they would redo it, I might go for that. And Battlestar Galactica, but they're probably not going to reprint that. And even if they did, who cares about Battlestar Galactica these days? Have you seen the TV series?
No.
Exactly.
Please.
And you're not even that young.
No, not anymore. All right, yeah. So what do you think about Fantasy Flight Vault, and are you excited about Arkham Horror, the second edition remastered? Let us know in the comments, as well as which game would you like to see, right?
How long are the game names of editions are gonna get? So this is Arkham Horror Second Edition Remastered. Are they gonna be like Arkham Horror Second Edition Remastered, Revised, Second Upgraded, Improved Deluxe, Limited Edition?
Yeah. Lower bracket V2 point one.
It's like
final.
Yeah, but no. I think it's a good product. Generally, it's just not for me.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, Castles of Burgundy kind of did the same thing. They did add extra like new expansion and put it all in the same box and made it 100 times better looking.
Yeah.
But this is something similar, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So for those who are interested, be happy. Anyways, moving on. As I mentioned that I have a new segment about the last 5. I'll call it the last
5. Okay.
Because I think one of the most intriguing parts of BoardGameGeek's Top 100, BoardGameGeek is EMDB for board games, all right?
Well, that they should have known. They might not know what we do on this podcast, but
that you should know.
You should have known.
So, with the top voted board games ever, and the last 5 games in that top change regularly, right?
Yeah, they do.
So it's always fun to look at those games because 2 things. Number 1, there are some games climbing up, so you can always see, okay, which are the fresher games that are rising up, and you also see those older games that fall, right? Few more ratings and it's out.
Yeah.
So it's just fun to look at. So I'm gonna give you the 5 games that right now are from the 96th place to 100th.
Okay, right? And I have to rank them?
You'll have to rank them, all right?
Okay,
so give me a score from 1 to 5.
Okay,
all right?
1 being 96 and 5 being 100?
Yeah, sure. So one
not
is
confusing at all.
So 5 stars, all right? So 5 stars.
5
Give
stars.
5 stars if you really, really like it and would like it to
be 96.
stay in
100.
Okay,
go.
So 100th place right now is I would say still a freshie. For a game from 2024 is Arcs. So it's
Arcs. Haven't played enough of it, but I know people love it.
Yeah.
So
Arcs is this space odyssey. It's packaged really, really well, where you will build up your like spaceships and you will terraform some planets and then will fight.
Yeah.
And all of this game is run by trick taking. You play a
kinda.
So you have these battles and dice rolling and stuff, but you just play out cards and it's lovely. It's a lovely combo, and it also comes from one of I think your favorite author designers as well, right?
So it's a hit and miss with Cole Worley, right?
Yeah.
So I really love Pax Pamir.
Yeah.
And that's the only game that I really love from him.
Okay.
I think I'm going to love John's Company. Still haven't played that one. Okay. But it has all the markings of being one of my favorite games of all time. Well, I'm hyping myself too much. The longer I don't play it, the more I hype it, and that's not good. But I've played like Root, and I feel it's fine. Just I don't like it as much as other people do. Then I think I've played something else of him. Well, yeah, Arcs. And there was something else, but I don't remember, yeah. But yeah, Pax is... I love Pax.
So let me know, my friend, from 1 to 5, how many stars will you
4.
give? 4 stars. Really good. So it's going to stay... From your rating, it's going to stay.
It's definitely going to stay, even if my rating wasn't there.
99, and I know the rating for this one. Azul. So Azul
It's
is
100. Come on.
yeah, it's 99 still. It came out in 2017. So it's what is it?
It's an abstract like set collection, kind of pattern building. So you're collecting these little tiles. So it's based on this form of art in Spain or Portugal.
Portugal, I think.
Yeah, don't,
Let me check.
let us check because we're gonna miss. Because azul means blue in Spanish, 100%. And I think it's Spain, right? Or is it Portugal? Or is it Spain? Or is it
You explain the game.
Anyway, so you have these little tiles, and you're creating your kind of wall of those tiles, this artwork. And in your turn, you're gonna pick one of these places and pick all the tiles. You don't get to pick few, so you pick one of the spots where tiles are placed, and you got to take all of them. And then you place them on your little board, and later on you can move them and score them. But since you have to take all the tiles, sometimes you can get tiles you don't want. So it's always like, do I take these? Do I take those? And that's all you do. Just take tiles and place them on the board. Take tiles, place them on the board. It's quite straightforward. So
it's
where
quite
is it?
simple. But it looks pretty. It's simple, and it's for the general audience mostly. So everybody can play it. So azul means blue in Spanish as well as Portuguese.
Okay.
And it's from Portuguese.
Okay,
generally.
Portugal. Yeah.
A king
Okay.
in Portugal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, but the theme doesn't matter there. And it's a really nice, simple, quick abstract. I
How
bought.
nice. From 1 to 5 stars. How nice.
So here's the thing. When it came out, I
Here
would
we
give
go.
it 1 star. I thought it was
Whoa.
super overrated. But recently I started playing with my family, and I can enjoy it through their enjoyment.
So
So
2 stars.
3 stars.
3 stars.
3
All right.
stars.
All right, 3 stars.
Now I will play if somebody suggests. Then when it came out, I thought, please.
So this next game I've never played. The only one I haven't played. It's 5 Tribes of Dunes
Whoa, that's
of
an
Naquan.
old.
2014, my
Old.
So let me know what it's all about.
So this is like happening in the world of 1001 Arabian Nights, like these stories. There are jinns and Aladdin and what have you. But it's like a Euro-ish game. And on your turn, you will take a piece from the board and move it as many spaces as there were pieces where it left. So if you have 3 pieces there, I will move it 3 spaces.
So basically the pieces on your space kind of kick you. And
Yeah, so it's like Mancala. So
Yeah.
if you know Mancala, that's the basic principle, but it doesn't have the round board which Mancalas usually have. And depending on where you land, you get to do that action. And there's some set collection and building and collecting and things.
Right.
So it's not that heavy, actually. It's pretty nice. I really liked it.
All right.
And I used to own it for a little while. And I really liked it. I would play it again.
So 1 to 5 stars,
3?
3 stars. So just as Azul. So the difference between I'll play it if somebody suggests, but I don't like it, and it's really good.
Shut
is
up.
Both get 3
Shut up.
stars.
What's the next game?
Oh, the next game is Final Girl. 97th
Wow.
spot is Final Girl. So this is a solo game based on like this horror genre.
Yeah, slasher movies, yeah.
So you are playing as the final girl in said scenario. There's a lot
Yeah.
of like cassettes,
VHS, yeah.
tapes that you get to play different monsters.
Yeah.
So it's very thematic. It's very random, but very, very thematic movie-like
And
experience.
It's a solo-only game.
Yeah. That's all.
And I really love it. So obviously 5 stars.
5 stars.
5 stars. And yeah, what it does is they take your favorite childhood or not favorite slasher movies, and they don't have the licenses, but you know where the influence comes from.
Yeah.
You have your aliens, you have your Freddy Kruegers, you have your ghost faces, and so on and so forth. And it's great, but I agree it is super random. So it's more like this evolving narrative game where you kind of there is story, but there's like no story text, right?
Yeah.
But you kind of fill out the blanks yourself.
The mechanisms.
Yeah.
feel-
Why did that person die there and the slasher killed him? Or why did your boyfriend, there can be your boyfriend as well, and why did he die there? And you kind of fill out the gaps why the story goes this way. And it's really fun. It's quick. It's like a 30-minute game. But it's very random. If you roll bad, you cannot win this game.
Yeah.
So there's...
But people have had really thematic and fun experience with it.
Yeah.
So it's 97 right at this point. And 96, the last one in the last 5, from the
Okay.
last 5,
Yeah.
is The Crew. The
Ooh.
Quest for Planet 9, so the first one.
The first one.
So this is a complete trick-taking game, a cooperative one of that. So all of you will have cards, like even you would say regular cards, but with like numbers. There's no queen and stuff, but from I think it's from 1 to 9, right?
I think so, yeah. And then there are 4 special cards.
Anyways, and you just have tasks. You have to play them correctly in the right order, but you cannot communicate and so on. So
yeah, it's great. I love it. Has it fallen? I thought it was much higher.
Yeah, because I think there's like the second edition, not, but like the deep sea edition is higher.
Yeah, you said it's better. I haven't played that one, but you said it's better. And there you have the third one. Journey to the Center of the Earth, I think. Yeah, so it's great, but you do need special kind of people to play it with. So for example, the gang.
Special kind of people.
So, let me explain. The gang, I think you can play with most anyone. Yeah. You know poker, you don't know poker, it's easy. And I think it's less stressful. The crew is really stressful because you have to take that trick with the 4 green in there. And if you don't, you instantly lose. The gang, you're still going to play until the end and then see what happens. But yeah, the crew is stressful. And then there's like 50 scenarios that you need to go through. So you kind of want to get the same people. So it's a bit trickier, no pun intended, to get to the table. But I love it. So 4 stars. Yeah.
4 stars.
I love trick-taking games.
Yeah, it is lovely. And I think is it the first from this that set out on this path of no communication?
No, the Mind was before that. I think the Mind was.
But this was made it gamery.
Yes, I agree. So for gamers, I
feel like it is kind of like trailblazing.
Maybe, yeah. What it definitely did is take like a classic game and put a spin on it.
Yeah,
I think it's one of those that at least put it on the map.
All right. So you have prepared a segment because I
have.
Yeah, you have. No, you haven't.
I have. No, I have.
No,
I have.
Okay, good that you have.
I have.
Whew. So basically, board games are that good because a lot of people put a lot of effort into making those board games. So let's talk about those people behind those great board games and what are our favorite designers out there. And designer of the week this week goes to Mr. Yanis?
Cory Koniska. So he has made some of mine and yours favorite games of all time.
Yes.
Just to start us off, it's Star Wars Rebellion. Just going to start with that, right? So we have this, a big 2-player epic Star Wars game where one player plays the Empire. It's original trilogy for all you Star Wars nerds, including me, who know what that is. And it's Star Wars in a box. I mean, it has epic battles, epic characters, all kinds of cool. Yes, you can blow up planets in here with the Death Star.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. Then, oh boy, this is heavy. This is the game I was talking about earlier that needs a second edition. Not just because your box has been worn to well, it's still holding together.
I think it's still one of, if not the most played board game in my collection.
This was co-designed with Nicky Valens, so it's not only him, but he was involved. And then one of our latest favorites that we both really liked is Sticker Wheel. Also from this designer, and they're like, well, that's a very different, and that's not even all of those games. That Rune Wars that we mentioned before is also his game, and there are a lot of games. He's very, very varied designer. So he used to work at FFG. So he started. So I listened to a podcast with an interview about him. So he started. He as a hobby, he used to design games throughout his life. Mm-hmm. So he said that in high school, with his friends, they would come up with a collectible card game that they invented and they would develop and play it during the lunch and things like that. And then he noticed that FFG put up advertisement that they were looking for game designers. Mm. So he sent in his resume with a fan-made expansion for Twilight Imperium. Right. 3rd edition. He recently had gotten that game, and he was obsessed with it, and he made a fan-made. And then they invited him for an interview, and the interview went well because he was hired. Mm. And then for a very long time, he worked exclusively for Fantasy Flight Games, creating Battlestar Galactica is another game of his. That's the first game I gave 10 to on BoardGameGeek. Really loved that one and played it a lot.
I think you have mentioned that so many times that they should print it on the box at this point. Right?
They don't print that game anymore.
If they ever gonna print that game ever, then there has to be a sentence. Janusz G. This is the first game Janusz G ever gave 10 to.
Yeah. So that's another one. And there's many games that he's created that are really. Most of those are really epic and big. Even actually. Sticker Wheel is quite epic. It's not big, but I'd say it's quite epic with all.
There's not a lot of game time there, but the feel is
Yeah.
pretty epic. You're building a freaking city, and that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. And after a while, he left FFG and created his own company. And from that company, I think the biggest hits we got were Mandalorian Adventures and Sticker Will.
Yeah.
And he recently announced that he's leaving the board game scene to do something else.
Yeah.
So I guess we're not getting new games from Corey.
Yeah, but 98 titles under his name.
Yeah, so
of course there's like expansions and stuff.
he said that half of this job also, while he was working at FFG, was playing games of other people's that they had designed, and just give his feedback and talk about that. Yeah. So, but why do I like this designer and why am I featuring is first of all, he's made so many Star Wars games. He's been involved with Star Wars Imperium, Star Wars Destiny. There was this collectible dice game. Star Wars Rebellion, Star Wars Mandalorian Adventures. So I don't think if there's any other single designer that has so many good Star Wars games. I mean, those are all really good
Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars games. But also the scope, they're very different. Not a lot of designers will have these different games. For example, if we take Stefan Feld, and I love Stefan Feld's games, but if you've played one Stefan Feld game, you know what to expect. It's going to be this huge point salad game where you're going to do tons of things and everything's going to give you points. Right? Or if you've played one Uwe Rosenberg game, then you kind of know what's coming up. It's either going to be a polyomino game or it's going to be something like Agricola, where you place workers and do that, and you got to feed your people.
Which might be a good thing because you know what you're getting into. Or it might be a bad. No, well, it's never a bad thing, but this is definitely. It's more challenging to do varied things, right?
Exactly, and I agree with that. If you know this one designer, he does very similar things all the time. You know what to expect. You know, you're like, I know this designer. I'm gonna love these games. From Corey, depending, you buy a sticker wheel, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna try this Rune Wars. I've heard so much. It's wow. It's not a good way to go about that. Yeah. So I can respect that in a designer that you have this very wide range of games that you design, and of course, I like most of them. I love most of his games. So I'm really sad that he's not doing it, but I wish him all the best on his new endeavors. And hopefully he comes back with another freaking great Star Wars game sometime along the line.
Maybe sometimes.
Also,
Star
I will
Wars
accept...
sticker...
Wow, that's even better. I was going to say, I will accept Star Wars sticker wheel... Oh, sorry. Now it's stuck. Now it's not.
Now you have to do it.
Now it's a brain worm. It's stuck there. But I was going to say sticker wheel 2. I would also accept. But Star Wars sticker wheel is so much better. Yeah. Do that one first, please.
All right.
What's your favorite Corey Konitsky game? Alex Horror, right? Yeah,
Well,
okay.
we'll
Why
see,
was I even asking? Let's move on.
Moving on to the next question, which is, have you ever encountered counterfeit board games? Have you ever bought something and you
I have
like...
not, but I have encountered, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Also, I do have a question. Did you have to have a bell and then ring it on certain occasions?
Oh, yeah. Ding, ding.
Do you want to explain what
your fake
ding,
ding,
ding?
Ding, ding.
Okay. Ants.
What ants?
Well, that's why Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars. Because of ants.
It definitely is, yes.
Okay.
So moving on. So what is your experience with counterfeit games?
So I've seen people sell them online. They'll be like, here's a travel version of Splendor. And I'm like, what? Splendor doesn't have a travel version. And it's literally like this small version, smaller cards, smaller chips, smaller everything. And somebody sells it for 10 euros. I'm like, and it's not the real deal. It's not the final game. So that's, I think, the only way I've encountered it. People selling it online and in pictures. In real life, I don't think I've ever encountered a counterfeit game.
Because this
counterfeit Pokemon cards. Have encountered those. My kids had a ton of those. They traded it somewhere. I'm like, this is not real. This is fake.
All right. Because Mike, on underneath our previous podcast, asked this because he fell in this trap of counterfeit board game. So I was thinking, all right, how to avoid this? And number one thing I think is to go and buy from your friendly local board game store, because usually those stores will make sure you don't get that, right?
Yes, most of the time. Also, a trustworthy online retailer also works. I'm quite sure.
So mostly these will happen if you buy from eBay or Amazon, stuff like that.
Some unknown or, well... So first thing, first clue that it might be counterfeit, weirdly cheap.
Yeah. There's
So
probably reason for
if
that.
if you look at it and it's like 30, 40, 50% cheaper than anywhere else, that's probably not the real deal.
Yeah.
Unless
So-
it's used, obviously, then things are different. But if it's brand new and it's like 50% off,
Yeah, exactly. So watch out from those. I haven't encountered myself specifically. I've just seen online a lot of things, and mostly it's these super deals of getting cheap games, and then suddenly your tokens are not cardboard but are just I don't know, paper cutouts or something.
Yeah.
So-
It's still playable. It's close. The biggest
Hopefully.
biggest problem with that is nobody involved in creating that game gets anything from it.
Yeah, that's true. And Mike had another question, which was, what's your take on campaign games and the current trend on making them too big? Too much content there, that there is no chance you're finishing it. So obviously when you have crowdfundings and things, there are this 200 hours of gameplay. This has unlimited content and things. Do you like that, or would you?
No. So here's the thing. I think we're in a specific niche of board game journalism where we have to play many new games, and then if it's a 200-hour game, it's very, I'm going to say, impossible to finish it in a reasonable amount of time while playing other games. If you also, I am a huge fan of the new games. Cult of the new is my thing. So I will always I will try the 200-hour game and then go, but there's this new game, and try that one. You, again, on the other hand, are a very different person.
But it also really, really depends on the content, because I feel like,
of course,
Pandemic Legacy, when I started out, I really enjoyed it. But there was Pandemic Legacy Season 2, Pandemic Season 0, which, well, actually, I now have... There's been enough time that I have forgotten about it, and we're playing Season 0 again, and it feels fresh and nice. But if the content itself, the gameplay doesn't change, after 200 hours, it just grows stale anyways.
Yeah.
Even if it's good, even if it's a good stuff, you just grow tired of it.
Yeah, I'd say, so we talked about Sticker Wheel. Sticker Wheel is great. It's like 10 games. Each game takes 30 minutes, and it's perfect length at this point in my time. Because, for example, Oathsworn is very long. You have 20 games. Each game is going to be 2-3 hours.
3 hours, I would say, because 3 and then battles. Yeah.
And then you gotta get the same people together. So solo, it's more doable. But so it's a commitment, and I can appreciate the amount of content they do. Yeah. And if you buy one board game per year, I think it's going to be a great investment. And you're going to, if you like the basic mechanism, you're going to enjoy yourself a lot, especially if you play paint minis and the game has minis. So it's a great, encompassing experience. But if you want to play many board games, then I think it's too much. It's just not possible to finish.
At the end of the day, it really depends on the players, because I totally agree. Sticker Wheel had in plenty of content for me. It cost around $40. I checked the retail price is around $40, and you get 20 hours of gameplay.
Yeah, because you can play twice.
And for me, it feels like that's a pretty good deal. $2 an hour, it's pretty okay. Yeah, pretty good, it's pretty fine, and it's super lovely. And what made it unique was that it goes quickly, but there is such an important decision, and I always love legacy games that you play it once. But we do get a lot of comments if we say Sticker Wheel is. I think I made a short where I said Sticker Wheel for me is 10 out of 10, because it's lovely. All right, if you like these cozy games with stickers and stuff, it's really an awesome game. But then people in the comments said it's just you can only play it once. They're super quick. Blah 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 blah. Whatever.
Yeah, so that's always it's always going to be an issue. And then I say, well, how many of your games that you can play more than 10 times you've played 5 times?
Yeah.
And then they go, well, so there's a few of those. Yeah, you're never going to play your game to bits, and this gives this sense of closure. I'm done. I finished it. I actually finished the game, and it feels great. And and you know what's my biggest issue actually with these long campaign games? You need a dedicated place to set them up.
Yeah.
If you have to, these epic 200-hour games, if you need to take them out and then set them up and then clean it up and put it in a box, it's just...
Yeah. Well, and most importantly, it depends. It depends on the player. If you really like these long games, then it's perfectly fine. But, the fact that it's short doesn't mean it's bad. That's
Yeah,
not
definitely not.
That's not something that I would consider for not like I would not consider lowering the score for Sticker Well just because it's shorter. It was great.
No. Short and sweet.
Yeah.
All
right.
You're not gonna ding anymore.
Ding ding.
So this last time I'm reminding you.
All right.
I'm not gonna remind you. Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars because it only has 3 movies.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, because 10 years ago, if somebody said, "Giannis, you're gonna get burned out in Star Wars," I'm like, "Please, there's not enough content." Now I'm like, "Stop, please, please, no more."
I agree. Moving on. So, one more big segment, all right, and this one is gonna be the top 3 worst sells. What that means is, what are 3 board games that we have sold from our collections? All right, that we afterwards have felt, we shouldn't have done that.
Well, I always feel about all games.
All
like
games.
So
this is gonna be a long list.
Like,
But
but I had to pick 3.
Yeah, just
Okay, obviously. So,
ding.
Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars because it doesn't have Jar Jar Binks.
Definitely. All right.
See? It's all good stuff, all objective, legit stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, my rule of thumb for regretting that I sold the game is if you can't get it anymore. Right. And you can't get it anymore because it's out of print.
Yes, makes sense.
But if it's out of print, you can sell it for a lot of monies. And then you kind of want to sell it. So first thing, when you said this is going to be the segment, first thing that came to my mind was, and it's going to be a recurring theme here. First one was Star Wars Queen's Dilemma.
Queen's Gambit, you mean? I think.
That's what I said. Wouldn't that be cool if they would put Queen's Dilemma out in their Star Wars universe? Not cool for you, but for me it might be cool. Anyways, and I was like, well, that's very sad. I can't get it anymore, and for the prices it's going now, I'll never will. It's a good game, but it's not worth 400 euros. It's just not. But yes, you were gonna say, continue.
But there's gonna be King's Gambit.
Bang, exactly.
In the Lord of the Rings universe, and visually, so far what we have gotten from it, it looks freaking gorgeous and should be awesome.
And the biggest plot twist is that you're not that excited about it.
You are more excited.
I am super excited about it. Yeah. So that, first of all, it means I don't need Star Wars. Sure, it's not Star Wars universe, but like I said, it's fine. We can take a step back from it for a while.
Ding.
Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars because the bad guys are actually scary in Lord of the Rings. Because let's face it, in Star Wars, if we mean the original trilogy, for example, the bad guys are really cool. Because Darth Vader's cool. Stormtroopers look cool. You don't go like, oh my gosh. No, you're like, whoa. But the Nazgul and everything, they're really creepy and scary.
Creepy,
I don't want to. No.
Like the only place in Star Wars you could like flinch, not really flinch, but in I think the originals was Darth Vader killed, like used force and then choked one guy, right?
Yeah.
That's the only place I feel like, okay, he's the bad guy.
Yeah, but
the rest of it is like, he's cool.
He's cool.
He has a red sword. That's cool.
Yeah.
He has a red sword, right?
He does. Yeah. Good guess.
Cool.
From all the colors, you picked the right one.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm excited about King's Gambit and not that sad about.
No, keep talking.
Oh wow, there's a picture.
Yeah, so we're checking right now. King's Gambit, the new game has a new like prototype set. It looks gorgeous. There's like a huge Minas Tirith castle on one side, and then there's Mordor with a volcano, and there's in the middle there are armies. It's huge.
Looks like 4 battlefields because the original had 3 battlefields. So, okay, quick overview what Queen's Gambit was. So you're trying to win battles in 3 different places. Oh no, it also had 4. Right. There was the space battle, there was the Jedi battle, there was the Queen's Palace battle, and then there was the battle on the surface of Naboo. So it's also 4 here. And you want to win as many of those 4 battles as you can. And when it's your turn, you can play cards. Oh, that was in one of those. And you realize, okay, so which one do I choose? Do I react to what the other player did, or do I push for something else there? Yeah. So, and Restoration Games is doing the King's Gambit, and they've done amazing job bringing games back. So I am super excited about this game. Super excited.
So it feels like there will be battle in Minas Tirith. There will be battle like a siege type of thing in like swamps,
Isn't it Helm's Deep?
No, it doesn't look like Helm's Deep because there's like this is the Osgiliath or what's it called? Whatever.
Okay, you're the Lord of the Rings fan.
Well, I like it. I'm not.
No, you're a fan. What's your dog's
And
name?
then-
What's your dog's name?
Frodo.
No more questions. I rest my case, Honor.
Yeah, and there's also this track where Frodo is bringing the ring. So I guess
Your dog or the actual Frodo?
the actual Frodo,
Oh, just
actual
a little
Frodo.
bit.
The real deal,
The real,
actual Frodo.
the real life,
Real life actual
actual.
Frodo.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, look, that looks cool. All right.
Okay,
So,
number 2 was Mechs versus Minions, the original version. I really loved playing it with my wife and my wife's sister and her husband, and then everyone suddenly started getting kids, so that stopped for a short break of 10 years, and I thought I just gotta let it go because the box is too big. It's just taking up space. Letting it go. With a sad heart, I let it go. But they afterwards announced that there's a new version coming out. It's smaller. Sure, it doesn't have the epic minis and everything, but maybe that's okay. And so I can again get my hands on a more accessible version of it, so not that sad anymore.
all right.
And game number 3, and I kind of foreshadowed, this is where I said, remember that I traded Dune Imperium Uprising away?
Yeah.
So this is where that comes in. Way back when I had Space Hulk, the Warhammer 2-player battle game. And I recently finished the video game, Space Marine 2, and I had such a huge like nostalgia for Warhammer stuff. And I was like, I need to get my hands again on the, I don't ask which time it was, Space Hulk third time. You didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you.
Ding, ding.
Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars because it's easier to follow.
All right, yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's just, I mean...
It's easier to relate, I guess.
Yeah,
as
well, yeah, it's just like they have this ring, they need to destroy
down
it.
to earth. Down to Middle Earth.
Pom, pom, pom. Good one. Anyways, and so I traded, and you can tell me if this was a good deal. You're probably going to say not, but
Okay.
so I traded Dune Imperium Uprising.
All right.
Then I Revive.
All right.
Was it Revive? We have the
Yeah.
second version, which is
Recall.
yeah. So Revive, and then what was the third one? Oh boy, what was the third one? Come on.
It doesn't matter.
Getting old.
So
And then
third
there was
game.
a third game, which I
For the
thought-
Hulk game. Huh?
For the Hulk game, yeah. It's
Alright.
also out of print. If you want to buy it now, it's more than 200 euros. So it's
Okay.
not that bad. I mean, that Technosmurf, shout out to Technosmurf from BoardGameGeek. This is one of those times where us being these internet personalities came in hand. Because he was like, are you him? And I'm like, I am him. He's like, well, then I'm going to trade.
I am
So
him.
probably I wouldn't have gotten such a great deal if Technosmurf wasn't familiar with our content and didn't know who we are. So that worked out great. So I got Space Hulk again. I haven't played it yet, but I'm gonna play it with my son. And I'm like, really want to paint things, right? We depending on when you watch or listen to this, we might have had the video. We haven't yet. But it's coming, where we talk about one of the games that we recently got. We're gonna spoil, but just wait for a new video. And then I said I want to paint stuff, and you laughed at me.
Yes, because you're not
Still
going to do
hurts.
it.
Still hurts. And recently, in the last months, I really want to paint that stuff. And painting Warhammer might be really, really cool. So that's my third regret that I actually got back now.
Okay.
Well, what do you think? I'm gonna sell Space Hulk for the third time?
Yes, without playing it.
Shut up. I'm gonna play it. Do you have regrets? No, let's talk about you now.
For a while, it was Witcher Old World, actually, I think. Because it was quite unique, to be honest. And Witcher is a theme that people really enjoy. So I
agree.
thought it actually would have been easy to get to the table and play from time to time, plus also make content around it. So I guess that one was, but now we played Legacy version, which is
it's
better
so
than
much
that.
So much better.
I don't feel that bad anymore because, I mean, a better version.
So the moral of this segment is, if
so they're board games.
you've sold a game that you regret, there's a new version of that or similar coming out sometime in the future.
Yeah. Then actually Everdell. I sold.
Really?
Yeah, I sold it, and from time to time I keep forgetting why, because I feel like it actually
Okay.
could play it again.
I've been there. So here's the thing. you're gonna play it and you're gonna like, oh, now I remember why I sold it. It was just okay.
Cool.
Because I rebought. There's My Lil Everdell, which is like a kids version of Everdell. Because I also had Everdell, sold it, and then like, well, maybe with my kids it's gonna be more fun. It wasn't. It wasn't. I featured in 1 hour games a month, I think, My Lil Everdell.
I remember.
So it's no. You're good.
No.
You don't need Everdell.
You're good.
You might try one of the other versions. There's the Far Shore. There's like separate base games in like different parts of that world. Yeah.
Number three. Weirdly, when I thought about this, I thought about game that you sold, but I was like, why did I buy it? But Project Hell, you sold it, right?
I did.
Yeah, because I keep thinking about it. So Project Hell is a game where you have these little Tetris pieces and you can place them inside tiles, cards to make these forms. And it's very simple. It's very calming. It's the perfect game when you have, I don't know, coffee in the morning.
Yes.
You at the same time play
almost a cozy game.
Yeah.
Minus one rule, because somebody might rush to end the game and then it's just like, nah.
So the end is triggered by somebody finishing enough tiles, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody can really rush. So I would like to have that game and then house rule it somehow.
Yeah, I would agree on that one. Yeah.
But anyways, whenever I see it, I think about, I want that game, right? So it's rather one of the worst sells that you did, and I. Yeah.
But you have it.
I don't have it.
You didn't buy it?
No, I haven't. I don't buy it. I haven't bought it.
I thought you bought it.
No.
Well, what did you buy that I already had and you bought it? There was one game.
No, not this one. Anyways, those are the three games that came to my mind. Maybe something else as well. But, we're going to do this podcast next week as well. So we can get to that, if anything. Let's move on to your favorite segment of the podcasting. It's Paul of the pod.
Do you want to explain the ding ding now?
Ding ding.
So Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars because Gimli and Legolas's interactions.
Yes, true that. There are none in Star Wars.
There are zero. We're not even talking about interactions. There's zero Gimli and zero Legolas in Star Wars.
Yeah. Those interactions are great. Yeah.
But those interactions made me laugh out loud sometimes. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, so basically we do poll every podcast, and then you actually try to guess what the community will vote on. Okay. Right? So last month or last group you lost. That's why there was this challenge of ding ding.
So Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars because it has more good board games. I have written down.
Wow. All right. Yeah.
It does it? After our segment of designers, I'm like, I don't think actually it does. But that's what I've written down. Must be true.
No, it does.
Must be true.
It's online now, so it has to be true. All right. So, yeah. Last time I asked you, hey, mister, do people like deck building or worker placement more? And you said that you think people are going to like worker placement more, but you voted that they're going to say that they like deck building more because you're always wrong with this.
Exactly.
Makes sense?
It does make sense.
All the sense in the world.
It does make sense.
And this time you were wrong, so it's a good thing you changed your mind, so you were right.
Okay. So deck building won.
63% of people like deck building more than worker placement. There were 2,000 votes on this, so it must be true.
Well, obviously. What do you like more, worker placement or deck building? Of course.
So you get this point. Ding, 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 ding. And we're playing until you either do three things. You guess three things correctly,
or lose. Don't guess. Yeah. So, Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars because of multiple plot threads that are really great.
All right. Yeah. So in Star Wars, there's just one?
Well, there's no switching much between characters, a little bit, but here there's like, you could write separate books about, right after Fellowship of the Ring ends, right? When Two Towers start, is like separate things happening. So I feel that's great, because if you get tired of these little hobbitses, there we go. Aragorn. Get tired of Aragorn, there we go. What else is there? I'm running out of plot threads. Gandalf. Yeah, and then there was one more. Was there one more? Yes, the other hobbits is and Ents. Yeah. That's my favorite. Yeah. Ents are great.
Yeah. Don't be hasty. Exactly, mister. So, obviously we need to talk about this week's poll, and this is going to be about counterfeit board games. or relaxing board
Ah,
games?
shit.
So, which do you think people like more? Will people answer to this question? Conflict or relaxing board games?
Maybe some people relax by having conflict with other players, huh?
Yeah.
Gosh,
Well, I was
this
looking
is the
for-
worst. this
I was
is the
looking
worst.
for a word that's like the opposite of conflict.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. So, what kind of board games do you like more? Conflict or relaxing?
Well, I like conflict way more.
You do?
I mean, it's like by a mile. It's not even a competition.
All right. So,
but-
you're going to vote on that?
But I don't know what. This one's really tough. What's relaxing?
You say that every time.
no, but this one's
Every
the
single
toughest.
time. Sure.
100%. This one's. I'm gonna say conflict.
Conflict.
I'm gonna say conflict.
All right. Why?
Cause it's just more fun. Well, I feel like when you say, "Do you like relaxing board games?" A lot of people are gonna go, "What's a relaxing board game?" They're not gonna really get
Is there a-
immediately.
Is there a better word for it?
Multiplayer solitaire, Euro game.
No, because this one can be also co-op games, and co-op games are not necessarily solo. Like
Yeah, multiplayer solitaire. Yeah, I know what you're.
So
what you mean.
there is interaction. It's
So
just not us
conflict. Yeah, I know what you mean.
friendly.
Yeah, I guess that would be my alternative. But there's not a great alternative. Yeah.
Well, then let's say relaxing or friendly. Which keyword?
Well, what are you making me choose? Wait,
Yeah.
wait, let me think about it. So, conflict. What's against? But there's still conflict.
Anyways, we're gonna leave the relaxing.
Yeah, let's leave it.
So-
Conflict is
All right.
war.
Okay. So that was our podcast. Thank you for being with us for an hour. So we'll see you next time.
Yeah. See you next time, and thank you for all the questions and
Yeah.
watching. And
Leave down in the comments whatever you want us to talk about, or just jump into conversations about any of these topics.
Yeah.
We read all of those and then chat. Thank you and goodbye.
bye.